Hey everyone, and welcome to this deep dive we're doing today, all about AI and how it's totally changing the way we create content. We've been digging into this awesome podcast called Make Money with AI. It's all about the trends that are going to be huge in 2024. So we're going to break down how all these AI tools could actually change your content, how you connect with the people you want to reach, and yeah, even how you can make more money doing what you love. We're talking AI making music, videos that are like custom made just for you, and even AI that can practically predict what people are going to want to see before they even know it themselves. So are you ready to dive in?
I think what's so cool about this is that we're not talking about something that's way off in the future. These are tools you can use right now to level up your content.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's start with music. The Make Money with AI podcast talks about Amper Music and AI VA. And these tools can actually write original music. So say you're working on a video and you need a soundtrack that's like really dramatic. AI can do that. Or maybe you need a catchy jingle for your latest product. AI can handle that too.
Yeah. And the thing is, hiring composers or getting the rights to use music can get really expensive, but AI makes it way more affordable. Plus, no more stressing about copyright stuff. That's a huge relief for a lot of people.
Totally. It really is like having your own personal band on call 24/7, ready to make whatever you need. And you know AI isn't just sticking to music, it's also getting insanely good at making voices like voice cloning and text-to-speech. We're talking about voices that sound so real, with all the little pauses and inflections that you would swear it was an actual person talking.
That's going to open up so many doors for creators who maybe don't have a ton of money to spend on professional voiceovers. You could have amazing audiobooks, podcasts, you name it, all with AI voices that sound incredible.
Exactly. Okay, so let's switch gears for a second, talk about something that I think everyone wants more of these days, personalized experiences. The Make Money with AI podcast really hammered this point home, especially when it comes to videos.
And it makes total sense, right?
Yeah.
We're constantly bombarded with content everywhere we look. So to really grab someone's attention, you have to make them feel like you're talking directly to them.
Absolutely. So that's where tools like Synthesia come in. Imagine making a video, and with a few clicks, you've got versions in a bunch of different languages, all using these cool AI avatars. Suddenly, you're reaching people all over the world. And you don't have to be fluent in every language or hire a whole team of translators.
Right, and that can be a game changer, especially if you're just starting out or you have a small business.
Hmm.
Think about it, you launch a video for your product,
Yeah.
and it connects with people all over the world in their own language. It just makes everyone feel included, and it helps you build a much bigger audience.
For sure. Now, speaking of making things easier, let's talk about those times when you've got a great blog post or an article, but you know it would perform way better as a video. That's where AI tools like Pictory and Lumen 5 come in. They take your written content and magically turn it into these really engaging videos that are perfect for social media.
And we all know that video just crushes it when it comes to getting people's attention.
Yeah.
Especially on platforms like TikTok and Instagram. So these tools are basically taking something you've already created and supercharging it.
Exactly. Okay, so buckle up because this next one is kind of mind-blowing. It's called AI-driven dynamic content, and it's still pretty new, but basically the content itself actually changes depending on who's watching. So like imagine a video demo for a product that changes based on stuff you've bought before or things you've been looking at online.
Whoa, it's like video knows you better than you know yourself.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, we're not quite there yet, but the potential is huge.
It really does feel like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. But okay, before we get too ahead of ourselves talking about creating amazing content, we need to talk about something just as important: understanding your audience.
And that's where AI-driven market analysis comes in.
Yeah.
We're talking about AI that can spot trends, figure out what audiences are responding to, and even predict what's going to be popular down the road. Yeah.
It's like having a crystal ball for content creation. The Make Money with AI podcast talked about tools like Jasper AI and BuzzSumo. Jasper analyzes tons of data to figure out what's trending and understand what people want. And BuzzSumo tracks what's blowing up on different platforms so you can see what's working and what's not.
I think it's so powerful to be able to make decisions based on real data instead of just guessing. AI takes the emotion out of it and helps you be way more strategic.
Totally. And it's not just about keeping up with what's hot right now. Some platforms like Google Trends and even some social media sites are using AI to predict what's going to be trending in the future.
Imagine knowing what topics are going to be huge 6 months or a year from now. You can get a head start of all, build an audience around those topics before anyone else. That's a serious advantage.
No kidding. Okay, so let's be real for a second. One of the biggest pains for creators is repurposing content. Taking something you made for one platform and getting it ready for another can take forever. But guess what? AI is here to save the day.
The Make Money with AI podcast mentioned Descript and Content Bot. These tools can take your existing content like a podcast episode or a video and automatically create social media posts, drafts for articles, even pull out the best quotes.
Wow, it's like having a virtual assistant who can transform your content into all these different formats, optimized perfectly for each platform.
Exactly. Create once and then let AI help you share it everywhere.
I love that. And it's not just about reformatting. AI can actually analyze how your content is doing across different platforms
Yeah.
and then give you tips on how to tweak it to get even better results.
So you're working smarter, not harder.
I like the sound of that.
And here's another cool thing. Translation tools like DeepL and Google Translate are getting so good that you can reach a global audience without worrying about losing quality.
It's amazing how AI is making it easier for creators to connect with people all over the world.
It really is breaking down barriers. And speaking of pushing boundaries, let's talk about how AI is bringing this whole new level of realism to content. We're talking deepfakes and 3D avatars that look so real it's freaky.
The Make Money with AI podcast actually talked about deepfake technology. So imagine a digital influencer who can be in multiple places at once or even interact with people in real time.
It definitely raises some questions about what's real and what's not, but it opens up some really wild possibilities for creators.
Totally. And then there are AI image generation tools like DALL-E and Midjourney. They can create these crazy, realistic visuals. It's like having a whole Hollywood special effects team at your fingertips.
Exactly. It gives creators so much more control over how their content looks and lets them tell stories in ways that just weren't possible before, unless you had a ton of money to spend.
So we've covered a lot of ground here, from AI making music and personalized videos to tools that can help you figure out what your audience wants and even repurpose your content. It's clear that AI is changing the game for creators in a big way.
But I think this is just the beginning. What we're seeing now is just a tiny taste of what's possible. The future of content creation is going to be wild.
And we're just getting started. You know, we're going to dive even deeper into this world of AI content creation after a quick break.
Definitely stay tuned because
It's
we've got
great.
even more exciting trends to explore.
So don't go anywhere. All right, we are back and ready to keep diving into this amazing world of AI content creation. And trust me, things are about to get even more interesting. The Make Money with AI podcast talked about these things called AI-powered virtual beings. And okay, I gotta admit, I'm kind of obsessed with this whole idea.
So picture this AI characters that can actually talk to your audience like
Yeah.
in real time. They have personalities, they have backstories, and they can even learn and grow based on how people interact with them.
Whoa, wait, so it's like they're constantly evolving?
Yeah, exactly. The possibilities are
Wow.
crazy. Like imagine a virtual tour guide at a museum. It could answer any question you ask, tell you stories, and basically make the whole museum experience totally different for every single person.
Or how about like a virtual fitness instructor? It could create custom workouts for you and give you feedback as you're working out. It would be like having a personal trainer right there in your living room.
That's a perfect example. The podcast didn't specifically talk about fitness instructors, but it really emphasized how versatile these virtual beings can be.
And they don't have to be limited to just one platform, right? They could be on websites, social media, even in virtual reality or augmented reality.
It's like they're blurring the lines between the real world and the digital world, creating this whole new level of immersion. And it's not just about entertainment or education either. Virtual beings are being used in customer service, healthcare, even therapy.
It's incredible. The possibilities really are endless. Okay, so let's switch gears for a bit and talk about data. Everyone knows that analytics are important for content creation, but how is AI taking things to a whole other level?
So think about it like this. Traditional analytics just give you numbers, but AI can actually understand those numbers, find patterns, and give you insights that you can actually use.
Okay, so it's not just about seeing how many views or likes you got, but actually figuring out why people are engaging with your content.
Right. AI can tell you who your audience is, how they're feeling about your content, and even predict how your content will perform in the future based on what's happened in the past.
That is so valuable, especially if you're trying to create content that really resonates with your audience.
For sure. Imagine knowing exactly which topics are resonating with specific age groups, or what kinds of visuals are getting people to click. You can use that info to fine-tune your content and make sure it's as effective as possible.
And it's not just about individual pieces of content, right? AI can look at your whole content library and find trends over time.
Exactly. You can see which formats are consistently performing well, which topics are always a hit, and even figure out where you might need to switch things up.
It's like having a data scientist on your team 24/7. constantly analyzing your content and giving you feedback. All right, so let's talk about something that I know is a hot topic: AI-generated content and copyright. The Make Money with AI podcast touched on this, and it seems like there are still so many questions about who owns the copyright when AI is involved. Is it the person who made the AI tool, the person using the AI, or even the AI itself?
Yeah, those are all great questions, and honestly, there's no easy answer right now. The laws about copyright weren't really written with this level of AI in mind.
So it sounds like we're going to need some new rules as AI content creation becomes more and more common.
Most likely.
Hmm.
And to make things even more complicated, a lot of these AI tools are trained on massive amounts of copyrighted material. So there's always a chance that AI-generated content could accidentally infringe on existing copyrights.
Yeah, that's definitely something creators need to be aware of.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As AI gets more advanced, I think we're going to see more legal battles and court cases that will help set some precedents and clarify things. It's definitely a landscape that's changing really quickly. So creators need to stay informed about the risks and the rewards.
Okay, let's switch gears again and talk about video editing. If you've ever edited a video, you know it can take forever, and it can be pretty technical too. How is AI changing things up for video creators?
Well, imagine just telling the AI what you want to do with your video. You could say, like, remove the background noise or add a transition here, and the AI just does it.
That would be amazing. It would save so much time and make video editing so much easier for people who aren't super techy.
And that's exactly what these AI-powered video editing tools are starting to do. They can handle things like color correction, audio mixing, even figuring out where the different scenes in your video start and stop.
So it basically frees up creators to focus on the fun, creative parts of video editing, while AI takes care of all the technical stuff.
Exactly. And some of these tools are even using AI for things like object tracking and motion stabilization, features that you used to only find in expensive professional software.
Wow, so AI is making these high-end video editing techniques available to everyone.
Pretty much. And as AI keeps getting better, we can expect to see even more powerful features, like AI that can actually help you tell better stories with your videos, or even recommend personalized video content. It's a super exciting time to be a video creator.
Okay, so let's talk about something that's super important for businesses and marketers, using AI to personalize content.
We've already talked about personalized video, but AI can personalize other types of content too, like emails, articles, even product recommendations.
So how does that work?
Well, AI can analyze tons of data about each person, like their browsing history, what they've bought before even their social media activity.
So it's almost like AI is creating a profile of what each person likes and dislikes.
Exactly. And then you can use that info to create content that's tailored to their specific needs and interests. Imagine getting an email newsletter that only has articles about topics you've actually said you're interested in.
Or seeing product recommendations that are based on things you've already bought or looked at online.
It takes all the guesswork out of it for both the business and the customer.
It makes everything feel so much more relevant and personalized, which is what everyone wants these days.
Exactly. It's a win-win for everyone.
Okay, so let's shift gears a bit and talk about how AI can actually help us be more creative.
We've talked about AI tools that can generate content, but AI can also inspire human creators and help them come up with new ideas.
So instead of replacing human creativity, AI is actually enhancing it.
That's the goal. Think of AI as a brainstorming partner. It can help you get over writer's block, come up with new ideas, or even think about a problem in a different way.
Like having a virtual brainstorming buddy.
Exactly. There are AI tools that can analyze existing content and then suggest related topics, keywords, even whole storylines.
Or what about an AI that can analyze your writing style and give you suggestions on how to improve your grammar vocabulary, even your tone?
That's actually already happening with some of these AI-powered writing assistants. It's not about replacing the writer. It's about helping them polish their work and make it even better.
It's really cool how AI can be used to boost our own creativity instead of taking over.
For sure. As AI gets more advanced, I think we're going to see even more sophisticated tools. Tools that can help us push the boundaries of human imagination even further.
Okay, so it's time to address the elephant in the room. AI is incredibly powerful, but like any powerful technology, it has its downsides. The Make Money with AI podcast talked about some of the challenges and ethical considerations that come with AI.
One of the biggest concerns is what happens to jobs. As AI gets better and better at creating content, some people are worried that human creators will be out of work.
Yeah, that's a valid concern. But I think it's important to remember that AI is a tool. It's up to us how we use it.
Right. Instead of thinking of AI as a replacement for humans, I think we should view it as a collaborator.
AI can handle a lot of the repetitive tasks or the more technical aspects of creation, which frees up human creators to focus on the things AI can't do, like strategy, empathy, and connecting with an audience on an emotional level.
Another concern is that AI could be used to create harmful or misleading content, like deepfakes or propaganda.
It's true, technology can be used for good or for bad.
Definitely. And that's why it's so important to have ethical guidelines and regulations for AI content creation.
We need to make sure AI is being used responsibly and ethically, and that there's transparency and accountability.
It's not just about the tech itself. It's about creating a culture where the people who are developing AI are prioritizing ethical considerations.
It's a complex issue, but it's definitely something we need to address if we want to harness the power of AI for good.
So as we wrap up this part of our deep dive, let's take a step back and think about what the future might hold for AI content creation.
We've covered so much already, but it feels like we're just scratching the surface.
Exactly. AI is constantly evolving, so we can expect even more mind-blowing innovations that will totally change how we create and experience content.
Imagine a world where AI can personalize content in real time, create interactive stories that change based on your choices, even build entire virtual worlds for us to explore.
The possibilities really are endless.
It's such an exciting time to be a creator.
All right, we're going to take a quick pause here, but we'll be right back to wrap things up and leave you with some final thoughts.
And we are back for the final part of our deep dive into the crazy world of AI and how it's changing content creation forever. We've talked about everything from music made by algorithms to videos that feel like they were made just for you, and even some of the big ethical questions that come with all this AI stuff.
Yeah, and as we wrap up this deep dive, I think it's important to take a step back and think about the bigger picture here. Like, what does all this mean for the future of creativity itself?
That's the million-dollar question, right? Will AI help us unleash even more creativity? Or will it end up making everything look and sound the same?
That's a valid concern, for sure. But honestly, I think the most exciting future is one where humans and AI are working together. It's not about one replacing the other. It's about finding ways to collaborate and create something truly unique.
So like AI can handle all the technical stuff, the tasks that can take hours and hours, and that frees up human creators to focus on the things that AI just can't replicate. Things like emotions, empathy, really connecting with an audience on a human level.
Exactly. It's like combining the best of both worlds.
And as AI keeps evolving, those possibilities are just going to keep expanding. Imagine AI tools that can analyze how an audience is reacting to content in real time, and then adjust the content on the fly.
Or AI that can compose a custom soundtrack for a video. Or create visual effects that perfectly match the mood of a scene.
That would be incredible. It's mind-blowing to think about what the future holds. But, as we get more and more into this AI stuff, we have to be careful and make sure we're using this technology responsibly.
Absolutely. We need to make sure AI is being used ethically, that there's transparency, and that there's accountability for what's being created. And we need to have open and honest conversations about how AI is affecting society, both the good and the bad.
Because in the end, the future of AI content creation is up to us. It's our responsibility to shape this technology in a way that benefits everyone and helps unlock the true potential of human creativity.
Well said. I think that about wraps up our deep dive into the world of AI content creation. We've covered so much ground today. From the specific tools you can use right now to some of the bigger philosophical questions that we need to be asking ourselves.
I don't know about you, but I'm walking away feeling both super inspired by what's possible, but also kind of overwhelmed by just how fast everything is changing.
I get it. It's definitely a lot to take in. But one thing's for sure, AI is here to stay. And it's going to fundamentally change how we create and experience content. The question is, are we ready to embrace the challenge and use this power for good?
Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, the future of content creation is going to be one heck of a ride.
I can't wait to see what happens next.
Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey into the world of AI content creation. Until next time, keep exploring, keep creating, and remember, the future is full of possibilities.